My name is Salvatore Viviano, and I was invited by the Kunsthalle to perform tonight with Barbara Riccabona. And she's a cello player, and the performance is called Mozzarella in Carrozza. In Italian, I'm Italian. In Italian means it's a plate, it's a dish in Italy. It's basically what you will call in German gebackene mozzarella. It's basically fried mozzarella. So, but I took the name literally because it's like a mozzarella in carrozza, which means on the carriage. In this case, I am the mozzarella, as you can see, and I was on a carriage. And the idea was because the name of the show is Destination Vienna, and again I took it literally. And then I'm an Italian artist living in Vienna, so I'm from abroad. So the idea of destination is like when you go somewhere, there is like this movement thing. And of course, as an Italian, as a mainstream tourist, Italian tourist coming to Vienna, the first thing you want to do is just rent a horse and make a tour with the carriage, with the carrozza. The most important moment was the in-between, so the waiting moment. And in this case, Barbara Riccabona, the cello player, was playing the main role. So she was playing the cello, and but facing the outside, so giving the back to the audience and facing the outside of the Kunsthalle, so waiting for me basically for the carriage.
I found it very inspiring what Salvatore said about this idea with the carrozza, and basically it could have been many things, like me arriving with him in the carrozza and people just waiting without anybody in the room. And then we had this idea that I'm just waiting for him, playing more with the waiting moment than with the moment of taking a relation to the public. And it was very interesting for me to play with this tension. I mean, how much can I have them waiting with me without freaking out in a way?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the freaking out part was actually very interesting.
Yes. Yeah. It's cool. It was a moment where somebody was coughing and they were just laughing.
Really?
So much, because
Seriously?
it's so funny if it's a lot of silence and then somebody coughing, like bah!
As you can see, I missed the whole thing because I was in the carrozza during. Actually, we really had. I was with a friend at the beginning, helping me in the carrozza, and we really had the private, like the tour of Vienna. So we passed Wienerkirche, the central. Like, it was really like, and I was dressing like this with the cello on my back, and a guy looking like a tourist that was assisting me in the carriage, and people were looking at us, what's going on? Why the guy has a ski jumpers on him, like a ski overall? And then we had really the tour of Vienna. So I was really visiting Vienna and arriving here. And then my friend left before, and then I arrived here with the cello case empty. And the most important thing was, the second important thing was coming from the outside. So I had this handle that you stick on the glass. So exceptionally, one of the doors of the Kunsthalle was open. So I stick it on the glass, and I opened from outside, and I came inside the Kunsthalle from the outside. And there was this reverse moment. Normally you take the main entrance, but I took the exit. It was also good for Barbara. This also reversing moment, like to play, giving the back to the audience and not playing in front of the audience like in a normal concert. How was actually to play giving the back?
I mean, it's amazing because you are referring to something that's not actually existing, and you know you have your back to the audience, and you can just hear them but not seeing them. So it's a very interesting moment.
And actually she has a very beautiful back.